Let's be real. If you're a business owner, you know burnout all too well. It feels like the whole business rests on your shoulders, right? But what if you could hire someone who works 24/7, never gets sick, and doesn't even take a salary? Sounds impossible, but what if I told you that you probably already have the perfect candidate? We're going to show you how to turn your website into that powerhouse employee. So picture this. It's 3 a.m. You're fast asleep, but your best future client? They're wide awake. They're on their phone, probably in bed, worrying about that problem, the very problem you can solve. They're ready to make a decision right then and there, and you're not there. This is what we call the 3 a.m. problem, and it's where so many opportunities just vanish into thin air.
And the cost of not being there? It's huge. A staggering 70% of customers will just walk away from a sale if they can't get their questions answered right away. Just think about that for a second. That means more than 2/3 of your potential business could be slipping through your fingers, all while you're trying to get some rest.
So let's look at this whole thing a different way. Don't think of it as just a problem. Think of it as a job opening in your company, a really important one. You've got a vacancy for a role that needs to be filled 24/7, and right now, nobody's home.
Look, the reality is you're only human. You can't be available all the time. You have to sleep, you have to recharge, you have to actually do the work. But the pressure is always on, isn't it? Every missed call, every unanswered email feels like a lost lead. Your business, though, it doesn't get to sleep. It has to be on all the time. So how do we fill that empty job? This is where we need to make a really big mental shift. We're going to start treating your website like the perfect new hire for this round-the-clock sales and support job. It's time to stop thinking of it as a boring digital brochure and start seeing it as your most dedicated employee.
And this is the whole game changer right here. Your website shouldn't just be another line item on your expense sheet. It's not just a digital business card. When you set it up the right way, it becomes a powerful strategic asset. It's an employee that is always on the clock, ready to talk to customers whenever they show up.
Okay, so just like any employee, you can't just hire them and walk away. They need the right skills to do the job. Your website needs to look professional, clean layouts, lots of white space, nothing cluttered. It has to feel trustworthy with clear fonts and your brand colors. It's got to prove it's competent, right? That means showing off your best work with amazing photos. And maybe most importantly, it has to be super easy to use. I'm talking the 3-click rule. If someone can't find what they need in 3 clicks, they're gone.
All right, time to give our new hire their first assignment. Let's get them onboarded. Their first job? The front desk. We're talking about handling that constant stream of the same old questions you get asked over and over again.
So on one hand, you've got the old clunky way of doing things, a static FAQ page. It's just a long list of text that people have to dig through. It's tedious. But on the other hand, you have your new employee in action, an AI chatbot. This isn't a list, it's a conversation. It gives people instant answers, 24/7. It's helpful, not a headache.
And the impact of putting this system in place? It's pretty incredible. We're talking about automating half of all your incoming questions. That leads to a 30% drop in support costs and gets rid of 2/3 of those repetitive tickets flooding your inbox. I mean, just think about how much time and mental energy that frees up for you. Okay, so your website is crushing it at the front desk. What's next? A promotion, of course. We're moving it up to its most valuable role, becoming your star salesperson. Its main job? To qualify leads and filter out all the tire kickers, so you're only spending your time with serious, high-value clients. So how does it actually do that? Simple. It asks the right questions right from the start. And we begin with the big one. What's your budget? This one question immediately separates the serious buyers from the window shoppers. It means when a lead finally hits your inbox, you already know they're qualified.
Next up, your website can ask something like, have you tried a service like this before? This is pure gold. Why? Because it tells you everything. Are you talking to a total beginner you need to educate? Or are you talking to someone who's unhappy with a competitor? It completely changes how you approach that first sales call. And then, a question like this one is genius for figuring out how serious they are. It helps you understand who's just poking around versus who is actually ready to buy. Your precious time gets reserved for the people who are ready to move forward.
So let's put it all together. Here's how the whole automated system works. A visitor lands on your site with a question. The chatbot answers it instantly. Then, a simple form or a quick quiz asks those key qualifying questions. And what happens at the end of all that?
The only thing that lands in your inbox is a qualified, high-quality lead who's actually ready to talk to a real person.
But here is a super important tip you have to remember. Keep it simple. Seriously, the data shows that just by reducing your contact form from 4 questions down to 3, you can increase the number of people who fill it out by a massive 50%. So don't try to get their life story, just ask for what you absolutely need to know if they're a good fit.
All right, now for my favorite part, the performance review. This is the payoff. Because setting up this system isn't just about being more efficient. It's about that amazing feeling of waking up in the morning and knowing that your business has already been working for you.
I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? I wake up, check my phone, and I have 3 leads waiting. My digital salesperson worked the night shift. Just imagine that for a second. Instead of an inbox full of junk and questions, you wake up to actual qualified leads. Your website was working for you while you were asleep.
And look, let's be really clear. This is about so much more than just getting leads. This is a real strategy for fighting burnout. By automating the messy front end of your sales process, you are literally reducing your own cognitive load, that mental clutter that just drains your energy. It frees you up to finally focus on the important work that only you can do.
So, I want to leave you with one final question to think about. I want you to take a good, hard look at your own website. Is it just another expense you have to pay for every year? Or is it out there, right now, working its tail off as your absolute best employee? Because really, the choice is yours.